When Google first introduced Workspace Studio, I had a look at it and thought, wow, this looks really powerful. But then I had another thought, what would I actually use this for in my business? And I recently had an email from a subscriber who said pretty much the same thing. He could see how powerful Workspace Studio was, but he was struggling to come up with ideas for how he could actually use it in his own business. And I get it. Sometimes the hardest part of automation isn't actually setting it up. It's figuring out what you could automate in the first place. Hi there, I'm Sharon, a virtual assistant for over 15 years and your go-to Google Workspace guide. And in this video, I'm not going to give you a full step-by-step tutorial on how to use every part of Google Workspace Studio. Instead, I'm going to give you 12 practical ideas that could help you save a little bit of time in your business. Some of these are based on templates that are already available in Studio, and others are ideas that you can ask Gemini to build for you. And I've also got a real example at the end that I've actually tested myself. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a few ideas of your own. Now, just a quick note before we get started. Workspace Studio is obviously a Gemini-powered feature, so you'll need an eligible paid Workspace account to actually access it. If you do have access and you're ready, then let's get started. Now, before we jump into the ideas, let's quickly look at what Workspace Studio actually is and how to access it. So you can either go to studio.workspace.google.com and it will open Studio as a full page view. Or if you're in your Gmail or Google Drive, then you click on this icon to the right of the settings gear and Studio will open in the side panel, which is really handy for quickly seeing any workflows that you've already created. If you want to see the full page view from here, then simply click on Do More in Studio at the bottom of the panel here. So just what is Workspace Studio? It's Google's tool for creating automated workflows or flows across Workspace. So a flow has a starter, which is what triggers it, and then a series of steps, which are the things that you want it to do. So for example, when a new email arrives, Gemini reads it, and then something happens automatically. And there are three main ways that you can create one. You can start with a template. You can describe to Gemini what you want it to do and let it build the flow for you, or you can build one yourself from scratch. And that's important because you don't need to find a template for every idea that I'm about to give you. If you have an idea that isn't already there, then you can just simply describe to Gemini what you want to happen and see what Gemini comes up with. Now, obviously, you should always check and test what it creates before turning it on. So let's start with a really simple one. Let's imagine you regularly receive email attachments that need to be saved into Google Drive. Maybe they're invoices, completed forms, contracts, or documents from clients. Instead of downloading and filing them manually, you could create a flow that saves those attachments into a specific Drive folder. Now, this is one of those automations where you might only save yourself a couple of minutes each time, but if you're doing it dozens of times, then those little bits of admin will soon add up. So here's another one that's already available as a template. Studio can create a regular summary of your unread emails and send that summary to you in Google Chat. Now, I particularly like this one if you come back to work after being away from your inbox. Rather than opening hundreds of emails and trying to work out what's important, you can get a quick summary to help you decide where to focus. Another possibility is using Gemini to help identify emails that need your attention. So for example, is this email something I need to deal with urgently? Studio can use AI-powered conditions to evaluate information and then take different actions depending on the result. So this is where Workspace Studio starts getting really interesting because your workflow doesn't necessarily have to do exactly the same thing every single time. You can introduce conditions. So for example, one type of email could trigger one action, while another type takes a different route. Now let's move away from general inbox management and think about client work. And these next few are ideas rather than specific templates. So this is where I'd use Gemini to create the workflow. Imagine you're a service-based business owner. A potential client sends you an inquiry. You could ask Workspace Studio to recognize emails that match your inquiry criteria, create a Google task to follow up, and draft an email reply. Now, I haven't found a ready-made template for the exact workflow, but that's okay. This is where the describe it to Gemini part of Studio becomes really useful. You tell it what you want to happen and it will try to build the flow for you. You then need to review what it's created and make any changes necessary. Here's another example. Let's say you have a Drive folder where clients upload completed paperwork. You could create a workflow that notices when a new file is added and then notifies you, creates a Google task, or perhaps asks Gemini to summarize the document. Again, this isn't about finding the exact template. It's about thinking, what repetitive thing am I doing every time a client sends me something? And then asking Studio whether it can take some of that work off your hands. Here's another one. You finish a client meeting and there are things you need to do afterwards. You could create a flow that starts when a meeting ends and creates a Google task reminding you to send your follow-up. And if you're regularly forgetting those little follow-up jobs, this is exactly the sort of thing I'd be looking to automate. And that brings us nicely onto meetings. Google actually gives us an example of using Studio to work with meeting information, including details, attendees, and attachments. You could use this to prepare yourself for an upcoming meeting. For example, imagine you've got a client meeting tomorrow. Instead of opening the calendar event, finding the relevant documents, and then trying to remember what you discussed last time, you could have Gemini help pull all of that information together. Another useful one is dealing with what happens after the meeting. So you could have Gemini identify action points and then use those in another step. So for example, meeting information, Gemini identifies action points and then creates tasks or draft an email. This is one of those things I really like about Studio. You can take the result from one step and use it in another. So the output from Gemini doesn't just sit there, it can become part of the next action in the workflow. And you could take that one step further. After a meeting, Gemini could create the first draft of a follow-up email based on the information you've given it. Now, personally, I'd still review something like this before it goes anywhere. Automation doesn't mean you have to hand over complete control. Sometimes the best use of AI is simply do the boring first draft for me and I'll take it from here, thanks. So let's look at a few ideas that aren't specifically about clients. If you collect customer feedback using Google Forms, you could potentially create a flow that detects new responses, asks Gemini to identify themes, and send you a summary. So rather than reading every single response individually, you could get help spotting recurring themes. And if you've got lots of feedback coming in, then that could be a real time saver for you. Here's another idea that I would love you to experiment with. Imagine having a flow run every Friday afternoon that gives you a quick summary of something you care about. For example, outstanding tasks, important emails, recent activity, or other information that's useful for you reviewing your week. This is another example where the important thing isn't necessarily the exact workflow that I've described. It's more the question, what information do I repeatedly gather every Friday? Because if you're doing the same thing every week, that's potentially something that you could automate. And finally, here's one that I've actually built and tested myself. So a tradesman contacted me because he books jobs into his Google Calendar, but then every week he has to remember to send reminder emails to those customers about their upcoming appointments. That's exactly the kind of repetitive admin that I think automation should be helping with. So I asked Workspace Studio to create a workflow. And the really clever bit here is the time offset. So the flow doesn't just run when the calendar event is created, it waits and then starts 7 days before the appointment. I tested this workflow myself and it successfully created the email draft using the information from the calendar event. And for a tradesperson who only uses their calendar for customer jobs, this could potentially save a lot of repetitive admin. They'd still have the opportunity to check the draft before sending it, but they wouldn't have to remember to create every reminder email manually. Now, before you rush off and automate your entire business, there is something I want to say. Just because you can automate something doesn't mean you necessarily should. I'd start by looking at the repetitive jobs that you do again and again and ask yourself, what do I do every week that takes me time but doesn't really require my brain? That's where I'd start. And I'd also recommend testing your flows very carefully before you rely on them. Workspace Studio can perform real actions, so you don't want to turn something on and discover later on that it hasn't behaved quite the way you expected it to. And if you've watched all of those examples and you're still thinking, yeah, but what could I use it for? Then here's what I suggest. For the next week, don't try to think of an automation. Instead, notice the repetitive jobs that you do. Every time you catch yourself copying information, sending the same type of email, creating the same task, downloading and filing something, checking something on a certain day each week, or reminding yourself to do something later on, make a note of it. Then ask, could Workspace Studio do some of this for me? That's probably a much easier way to find useful automations than sitting down and trying to invent them. So hopefully I've given you a few ideas to get you started with Workspace Studio. And remember, you don't need to find a template for everything, and you don't have to automate your entire business overnight. Start with one annoying repetitive job and see if you can make that disappear. So I'd love to know what you've come up with, or if you've already created a Workspace Studio workflow that's saving you time, let me know in the comments below. And if you've got a repetitive task that you wish you could automate, tell me about that too, because I might just have to have a play around with it and make a video. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.